And the last adjustment, they say 17,000 still owed to SARS for income tax. 17,000 still owed to SARS for income tax. Now, you go to your pre-adjustment trial balance. When you go to your pre-adjustment trial balance, you will see that during the year, we have already paid SARS 150,000. Those were our provisional tax payment. But on top of that, we still owe 17,000. That will simply mean that our total tax liability was 167,000. Therefore, you go to your income tax. We had already paid 150,000. That is a 5. But we still owe 17,000, which means all in all, our tax liability for the year is 167,000. And then you are done with the income statement. Now, what you simply have to do is to get the totals. For rent income, you have 234,950 minus 48,990. That gives you 185,960. And then to that, you add the 2,400. You add the 1,679. It gives you 190,000. 190,039. That you add the gross profit plus 2,695,000. You add this one plus this one, and they'll give you 2,885,039. Now, for bad debts, now you get the amounts for all the individual items. Bad debts, it will be 12,100 plus 675 gives you 12,775. Salaries will be 821,000 plus 15,368. It gives you 836,368. Employer's contribution is 81,000 plus 3,900. It gives you 84,900. Then you add all the amounts to get your total operating expenses. 840,000 plus 2,800 plus 125,600 plus 89,730 plus 12,775 plus 836,368 plus 39,000 plus 100,000 plus 84,900 plus 3,000 plus 203,199. It gives us 2,337,372. And when you subtract that from your operating income, it gives you 547,667. To this operating profit, you are going to add your net income. You have 547,667 plus your interest income plus 27,000. It gives you operating profit before interest expense of 574,667. Then you subtract your interest expense minus 75,000. It gives you 499,667. Then you subtract your income tax minus 167,000. It gives you 332,667. And that is your profit, net profit for the year. That gives you your net profit for the year. That is your income statement in a nutshell. But very quickly, let me just conclude by showing you your retained income note. Your retained income note will start with your retained income at the beginning of the year. Retained income at beginning. Your retained income at the beginning of the year, it was given as 1,525,000. To this we add net profit after tax. Net profit after tax that we calculated in our income statement. Net profit after tax that we calculated, it will be 332,667. Then you add the two amounts. Then it's 332,667 plus 1,525,000. It gives you 1,857,667. To this, you are going to subtract this amount, and you are also going to subtract ordinary share dividends. Your ordinary share dividends is made of your interim dividends. Interim dividends, they've, in our pre-adjustment trial balance. In our pre-adjustment trial balance, they told us that the interim dividends is 55,000. Then that is where that 55,000 must go. Then you will record the 55,000. There you are, 55,000. And then your final dividend. Your final dividends, they said to us, this is the last thing that I'm going to do. They said to us that final dividends of 15 cents per share were declared. Final dividends of 15 cents were declared, which means it's 15 cents multiplied by the number of shares. Number of shares, remember how many shares we have? We have 2,250,000. Remember what they said in note number 1. In note number 1, they said, this shareholder, even though he has sold his shares, he's still entitled to the dividends. That is why we multiply by 2,250,000. Because they said he is still entitled to dividends during the current financial year. Therefore, you are going to multiply here retained income. Now, where is that? You are going to multiply here by 2,250,000. 2,250,000 multiplied by 0.15 is equals to 337,500 plus the 55,000 of the interim dividends. It gives you 392,500. Then you say 1,857,667 minus 5,000 of buyback minus ordinary dividends of 392,500. It gives you 1,460,167. And then under your creditor, trade and other payables, you have your shareholders for dividends. This will be your final dividends of 337,500. You will also have your SARS income tax. They said you still owe 17,000. And then you'll just add to get your final figure there, which you can do in less than 2 minutes. Your trade creditors, you have 786,800 minus 10,000. You have 776,800. Your SARS pay as you earn 44,800 plus 2880. you have 47,680. And your pension fund, you have 15,800 plus 1950 plus 3,900, 21,650. And then you add all the amounts, 776,800 plus 47,680 plus 21,650 plus 10,538 plus 48,990 plus 12,000 plus 337,500 plus 17,000. Then you have 1,272,158. Now, even though the focus of today's lesson was on the income statement, we also showed you a few notes of the balance sheet, because that is how this question may be asked at the end of the year. You may be asked to prepare the income statement with a few notes. That concludes the lesson for today. Continue to practice over the weekend in preparation for the final exam on Tuesday. Good luck with your preparation. Thank you.